So here's 3 things you must do before you start investing. Step 1, get out of expensive debts. Paying off expensive debt is the first thing you should do on your list. I'm not talking about mortgages or student loans here because typically your investments will generate a better return long term. I am talking about credit card debt, personal loans and car finance. It sounds obvious, but you want to pay off this debt for financial reasons. These crazy high interest payments will eat away at your earnings and savings. And the second reason to pay off these debts is for your mindset. If you've been loaded with debt over the years, getting it cleared is going to feel amazing. Step 2, and you've probably heard this one before, build an emergency fund, or as I like to call it, an if shit goes bad fund, because shit usually does go bad at some point when you least expect it. Now, a good rule of thumb here is 3 to 6 months of living expenses set aside in a high interest current account that's also easy access. This way, when shit does go bad, you can take the money out of that account without having to get expensive loans or borrow money from people. You've got the money there set aside to deal with such an emergency. Step 3, and this is another important one, spend less than you earn. So there's a good saying I like, it's not what you earn, it's what you keep. For example, think of all the lottery winners or celebrities out there that have had all the money you can think of and then they eventually go broke. It's because these people never had a good financial mindset to begin with. Now, the easiest way to make sure you spend less than you earn is to create a budget. I don't really have a budget as such, but I know that my income is always more than my outgoings. So just make sure when it comes to the end of the month, you're finishing in the black and not the red. But if you're looking for a good budget to get started with, check out the 50-30-20 budget. This is where 50% of your income goes on essentials, 30% goes on your wants, and 20% goes on your savings. And this last 20% is what you will use to pay off your debt. And when you've cleared your expensive debts, this 20% can go towards your savings and your investments. If you found this interesting or useful, make sure to give me a follow.